All these clones, we the original.
The Original People Network presents Behind the Box with Hamian.
And I'm back up on my hydrogen. They was asking if I'm about to go dumb again. I couldn't lie, I betray what I've been holding in. I couldn't lie, I betray what I've been holding in. The kids need a place for the safety. I made a wave, everybody think it's crazy. I made another and they calling me a renegade. And only
Welcome to Behind the Box, the limited, never before seen exclusive collaboration series with the Original People Network and Hamian Official. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching episode 1. We are excited to come back with episode 2. And for episode 2, we ain't behind the box, we in the box. But we talking about the box. And here in the box with us today, we have the DJ Makkonnen. What you saying, bro?
What's good?
How's your day, man? How's your day?
To be honest, bro, it's a beautiful day. The setting is nice. The box is... It's a good vibe.
It's a vibe in the box. We are here today at the Tin Ferl Popup Park, where we always are. But today we switching it up. It's a busy Saturday, and we just ran into you today. We didn't even know you were here, but we were like...
This was not scheduled. This was not planned.
Not scheduled. It's all about authenticity. It's about staying on your toes, being flexible. So he's like, you know what? He was on the show before. He was on the OG Hamian Magazine talk show. So why not level it up and bring him into the box for a behind-the-scenes exclusive? So let's get straight into it. How's life been since COVID so far?
Honestly, and this is me being 100% genuine, as authentic as I can be.
Yeah.
Life has been rough during COVID, but luckily it's basically over. I feel like the country is about to take a complete and totally different turn. A lot of creatives, especially, this is our time to shine.
I agree. I feel like this is a time where everything got put on pause, everybody slowed down for a little bit, but now you got to re-innovate and come up with new ideas and do things differently. What's some of your ideas you've been thinking about how to take things to the next level now that things opening back up?
Okay, so check it out. Right now, I'm a DJ. We have a lot of DJs. DJing isn't 100% that special. What I have been doing during the COVID situation is I've been taking a lot of time to personally harness my craft as far as production goes. Right now, I'm making music. A few remixes that I'm going to put out, and I feel like that will take me further in an international market.
Real. So obviously, COVID is a big challenge, but we always go through challenges. So what's your approach when something difficult comes up? How do you handle it? How do you innovate? How do you break through? What's the mental game plan on leveling up in spite of challenge?
So you just have to keep a level head and stay calm, because I know a lot of people might have been getting depressed through this situation. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. But once you keep a level head, you keep your eyes on the goal and know exactly where it is you want to go. There's nothing to stop you. It's just a matter of weighing out the storm, if that makes sense.
I agree 100%. And I feel like you're someone, just that I noticed from our first conversation, you know, you're someone who has that perseverance, who has that winning mentality.
Definitely.
Have any of your goals changed since COVID? Have you maybe said, you know what, before this, I was maybe focusing on growing my brand in this way, but now that I kind of see how the whole world is changing, there's a new type of objective being set up. Has that happened for you? Yes,
100%. So I've been focused on, before, I guess, the growth of my brand as a DJ. But now the thing that keeps my attention is the longevity of success. So, for example, last year I had an amazing year, bro.
Yeah.
I talk figures, but I don't necessarily want to brag.
Yeah.
Last year was amazing, but I have nothing to show for it right now because of this 3-month pause. So now I need to figure out a way to set my life and my daughter's life for the future to come, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I right now I need to figure out a way that I can take whatever it is that I do, and I have plans on it. I'm working on that personally, but a way to secure it for regardless of whatever the situation comes to be secured.
For sure. So a couple more questions. One, what was it like being on the show for the first time when we did the Hamian Magazine IG Live?
You say when or?
What was it like? Yeah,
bro, it was amazing, man. To be fair, like I posted the way you guys built the brand itself, phenomenal. Hands down, applause for that. But what I showed or what I got from it just the photo you put together, the flyer you put together.
yeah.
I posted it, and I had a lot of DJs hit me up, and they're like, "Yo, bro, I don't know what it is you're doing, but you're doing it the right way."
That's
Because
all.
we had a lot of big name DJs on it, if that makes sense. A lot of big name photographers, a lot of big name creatives on the whole.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was an amazing experience, man. What you guys are doing, you're doing it right.
Respect. And obviously today you heard the Tin Ferl Popup Park. You're going to be mixing, doing your craft a little bit later. What can we expect from you going forward?
Today or
For today and in the future?
so I'm actually I gotta go on soon.
Yeah, we
but
got to say bye quick.
today it's gonna be open format. I'm gonna play for the crowd. I'm gonna keep it light. Might play a bit of house, soca, mix it in and out.
Yeah.
Just atmospheric music, nothing too heavy. But as far as the future goes, the sound that I want to take or that I want to define myself in is something that could be played anywhere in the world.
Real vibe. But man, I'm excited. You know, I hear plenty about what you're doing, and it was cool just from the show hearing about how you approach it. So, babe, thank you so much for coming on.
Definitely,
I appreciate it. Real vibe. Good to meet in person.
Yes, sir.
It's a
Yes,
real
sir.
thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. And next up, we about to keep it real moving and bring right on Geovanni.
Stepping out the box.
Thank you so much, bro. You excited? Okay. No problem. That's good, bro. That's good. Anything excited? Reintroduce myself? Okay. Oh, okay. True. Okay. Do it. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Good? All right, comfortable. All right, we back right quick. We had a little adjustment. So Gio coming on next, but we have DJ Eternic with us right now. What's good, man? How you doing?
All is well.
We following up a DJ with another DJ and another DJ who's already been on Hamian Magazine before. Let's start off. What was it like the first time? We had a great conversation, not just about like the art of DJing, but about culture in general. What was your takeaway from our conversation back then?
I mean, the questions were definitely more in depth than we usually usually get, or like DJs in general usually get. So I appreciated that a lot, and just being able to talk to someone who like kind of understands.
Yeah. Understands the struggle. For real. So we were talking about just now the box and the struggles that a lot of us go through. How have you been able to cope and deal with COVID so far? And what are you looking towards doing now that we're maybe seeing some daylight at the end of the tunnel?
To be honest, I've been planning for like just tours in general, so like a world tour, a couple country tours from before this happened. So it kind of worked out for me to where I got a ton of time to just like, dive into planning and like understanding what it means to plan a tour. So I can't really speak too much about that because I gotta keep most of it secret. But I've really I've been doing more of the diving stuff, so like cleaning boats and whatever. But that's for the DJing. I'm planning tours is what I'm doing.
You ever thought about doing like a set on a boat or in the water, something like that? Underwater, is that possible even?
Actually, yes. A company, Cressy, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a company that they produce like dive equipment. They're really big with like free diving, but they do a lot of scuba equipment as well. They've actually approached me and they want me to do a set in the Bahamas with the sunset in the background on a beach, or I was thinking like Clifton Pier with the sunset in the background.
Yeah.
And they want to live stream it to their audience, and like I'm gonna make sure I have like the Bahamian flag and everything in there.
Yeah. I think that's solid because like one thing I realized is having that Bahamian background really is something to take it to the next level, and just having even visuals of the Bahamas while you're running, house music or just like that EDM vibe. I feel like it's classic because most of those videos are people like on vacation. I watch an EDM video and people in Bali just swimming, B-roll of them being tourists. So I feel like we have the perfect environment to have the tourist vibe mixed in with the music.
For sure.
Have there been any like new music genres, music styles, new artists that you've discovered over the past couple months being at home for a long time?
Well, I've really gotten into tropical house more than I was before.
Yeah.
Just because the whole thinking about live streaming here and on the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's definitely the vibe. It's that's what people look for when they look at that kind of like positive feeling, happy, light kind of house. But I've definitely also, gone into the more German, like darker stuff, just
Yeah.
because of like sitting at home doing nothing, and it's just, that stuff's cool too.
Yeah, I feel that. And you were talking about world tour a little bit. What countries are you thinking about?
Actually, it's 30 countries on the list right now. I expect it to drop to like
30.
the low 20s.
Okay, yeah.
Just because of like,
Logistic,
closing rates of like bookings and stuff like that.
For sure,
but it's actually a diving and a DJing tour.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'll be,
So you live in the dream. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Diving, collecting content, creating videos, and like using that content, like underwater footage and all that, as like my visuals in the clubs.
Yes,
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
pushing the environmental and conservation thing, and like making people be like, oh, this stuff's cool. Trick them into caring.
Yeah, because it's like, it's a lot of people say it's also about the visual. It's not just about the audio. You got to
Exactly.
combine the right visual with the music.
Exactly.
Because you could keep people entertained with the content they watching in a way that they don't even necessarily, like the music just subconsciously rolls with it, So I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing, and that's a big advantage. You got to make it more than just some going on SoundCloud or on Spotify, but it got to be an experience.
Yeah,
Something
I
I can
mean,
go watch at a cinema. Almost.
When you go to a club or a festival, anything that's like a high-end event, it's a performance. It's not just a DJ playing music. It's a show. It's everything all in one. It's the face is the DJ, of course, but the light engineers and the people that set up all the equipment and everything, like they're just as important.
For sure. And who are some of your big inspirations in the space? Who are some of the artists that you look up to?
To be honest, like he's not a DJ, but one of my biggest inspirations is actually Andrei Musgrove.
Oh yeah.
Because seeing a young Bahamian artist like combine passions, similar to the way I kind of want to do it. He combined diving and photography, and I want to combine diving with DJing, and just seeing the combination of passions done well. I appreciate that a lot.
That makes sense because I tell people all the time, you kind of have to specialize really well. You have to. It's not about just being the DJ or just being a diver or just a photographer or an artist. You have to really carve out that niche, and the clearer and more defined it is, the better it helps your brand, because
Exactly.
That helps make you unique and helps make you stand out. So I'll close out with this real abstract. What does art mean to you?
Everything is art, honestly, everything. Things down to things that are mostly logic based. I find art. I find math to be art.
Yeah.
To me, the way the grass grows is art. Everything.
Yeah.
Art isn't definable, I don't think.
That's a good answer. So let's close it out. You're here at the Tin Ferl Popup Park. Will you be performing later?
I will shortly.
Solid. So what can people expect from you in the future if anyone's here in Nassau? Are you just going to be staying low-key, focusing on the world tour, or are you going to be trying to get some more events in?
I am mostly going to be low-key for at least a few months.
Solid.
So once that low-key ends, I'm going to be like banging out some content like back to back to back.
Yeah, I try to stay a little low-key still because we don't know if this COVID thing fully over. But
Exactly.
yeah, man, I appreciate DJ Eternic. Thank you so much
Appreciate
for
you
coming
too.
on the show. Keep doing
Thank
your
you.
thing, bro. Been a
Thank
good
you.
talk. Next up, we're going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to bring on the guy we're supposed to bring on, Geovanni. Gio. Let's close this. All right, y'all, we about to bring on Gio. Yes. Careful, walking careful. Please don't destroy none. Please, that's all I ask.
I gotta see you, Oh my goodness. Anyway,
How do you feel? Give me a mic test really quick. We
okay.
rolling, so we're gonna get going quick. But give me a mic test just
All
so
right,
I-
1, 2, 3.
How you straight
Cherry
with that?
Connie.
All
Yeah.
right. And we back. And we still back and we still rolling. We had two DJs. Now we got the man, the myth, the legend, the one and the only, the modern boy from the future, from the past, Geovanni.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for having me. I say welcome.
Bye, welcome. Bye. Boys don't know, me and Gio been doing podcasts low-key for years. Bye. I used to do a podcast back in 2017, and Gio was the first guest I had on the show. That wasn't like just me running on by myself. So we've been doing this for a long time. You know, he was on one of the Hamian magazines. He was on probably one of the first ones too, but
Yeah, man.
how you doing, bro? It's been a journey.
Yeah, man. It's been a ride, but with you, especially, but
You know, things is be happening.
too much things is be happening.
Yeah, you
This
was
is just one of them things.
you was there the day we moved this box. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, I almost break my back. I almost peed my bed.
Yeah.
But almost, but it was a great experience,
Yeah. I think you're someone who's been like very close to the brand and been seeing all the crazy things we is do. What has
course.
Hamian taught you so far, just from being exposed with us?
Hamian has told me to connect more with people. Just be out my shell for a moment,
Yeah.
get uncomfortable, and just like look at the bigger picture, look at other people.
Yeah, real vibe. Let's get straight into the music. So you dropped, Modern Boy back in the fall.
Right.
Recently you dropped Sunday.
Right.
Which tape do you prefer?
Ooh, shoot. Damn. I can't tell you, wait.
Why not?
Wait. There's like highlights I like from Modern Boy.
Okay, give me top 3 combined from them 2 albums.
All right.
Now, you say it's a Saturday night, you chilling by yourself. No, you chilling. What's the scent? What scent we should use? Chilling with your brethrens.
Okay, let's chill with the brethren with Stu.
You ride home.
Ride home.
Ride home.
In the night.
3 song till you reach home.
All right, bet. I got I'm Down.
I'm down. That's what you're opening up with.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I got Sunset.
Okay.
And I got Air It Out.
Yeah,
Air it out, turn that shit up, okay?
Yeah, very practical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So funny you mentioned I'm Down. We actually shot the music video for I'm Down earlier this week.
Of course.
And it was a spontaneous thing, but like I hit up you and Kasik and we was like, wait, just pull up to the box, right? Well,
Right.
what was you expecting coming into that?
I was expecting some foolishness, dog. Coming from you. Anyway.
You thought it was gonna be with me with iPhone again?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
with
post up
iPhone in the
box.
street.
Yeah. But we pulled up and it was different. We had Young Spurley Whirlia, we had Von Trapp, we had Bassetti
Yeah.
Loft, and it just turned into like a masterpiece. Really, I was just like, Von Trapp, you want to give some feedback on this? And he was like, yeah, we should do, get a road shot, get a shot by the tree.
Right.
And then it turned up into Von Trapp directing, Bassetti co-directing, Spurley shooting, me architecting the whole thing, the whole vibe. What was it like in the moment, Because that was probably, we've done music videos before with me and you, but that was your
Right.
first real kind of like operation. What was that like?
That was very enlightening, getting other minds other than your crazy ass and but for real, dog. It was really good. It was really good to see like other artists assist,
Yeah.
to something bigger than themselves, right?
Yeah. And what was it like almost being able to have your own, not a performance in front of people, but a performance on camera? Because it was different. It wasn't just like you was vibing, but you really had to perform that song, like I tell you, the same way and with the same energy that you had in the studio.
Right.
How is that different from the past work that you've done? Or how did that make you kind of see yourself as an artist a little bit more?
It's told me to like take care of my craft a little bit more, take care of how I present myself, and just don't care. Just delve in the passion that you make with your
Yeah.
music.
Had that confidence, right?
Yeah, I have that big Hamian confidence.
Yeah. Wait, one of the words of the day is what? Confidence, son.
Oh, I thought it was flexibility this
I
time.
mean flexibility too, but I mean all of them apply. But so tell me a little bit about how you see your craft evolving going forward. Obviously it's the summertime, COVID wrapping up. What can niggas expect from you going forward a little bit?
Boy, I'm just different just different by default. I want some more pop stuff, some more hip hop stuff, some more things that people would say, hey, put on, and they would just love it.
Yeah. Well, I have a question because a lot of people listen to Bahamian music, right? Bahamian music is big,
Right.
But you ain't a rapper, You
Right.
ain't a gospel artist. You have this funk soul flair to you that makes a lot of people on first impression just like vibe with what you're doing.
Right.
Talk to me about the meaning behind you as an artist. What do you represent? What is your sound?
I call myself sometimes the funky R&B singer that raps, and in a way, I just want to present music that's different, that's warm,
Yeah.
that's soulful, and that's always original.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, and to always, just hop on a beat and murder that beat.
And you've been making music for a long time. You've had amazing progress. Let's close out with this. What would be your advice to younger artists who may be starting out, may not be extremely solid at the beginning, but got a passion and dream? What would you say to them?
I would say embrace the L's, because if you embrace the L's, if you embrace like the failures, you should learn from those failures, those lessons. and just love the craft. I do this because I love the craft. I'm here because, you know, I love what I do.
Real vibe. And if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Live.
Even if you break your back moving the box.
Except moving this cube.
This cube. Yo, give us one like 2 bars or something.
Oh my goodness, did I put this on the spot?
Give me one acoustic air it. Oh, I don't say air it out.
Say air it out. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, close.
Wow. I know. I be on top and I'm all about commas. There's no stress and there's no hassle.
out.
I feel amazing. My life is a drama. And I'm up next. I put that on the Bible. If you go stupid, I air it out. Air it out, air it out, air it out. Air it out, air it out, air it out.
Hey,
ain't you got fools that you care about? My money above me, head in the clouds. I'm talking to me, you can shut your mouth. This drip is eternal, can't chase a cloud. Follow your sauce, that's a paramount. And if you go stupid, I air it out. Air it out, air it out, air it out. Hey! 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 Ow! Oh! It's a QC thing. Thank you for having me, man. Take care, dog.
We about to take one break. We gonna be back. Out the back. You're right. Whoa. Welcome back to Behind the Box, episode 2, the exclusive limited edition series with Original People Network and Hamian Official.
Yeah.
We were blessed during the first segment to have a couple DJs and artists. We keeping the ball rolling. We got another artist, because anyone who working on a creative craft to me is an artist. Anyone who has that eye,
Yeah.
you know, the vision for creating a product.
Yeah.
We have the one and only Sophia Taylor. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Right here, all blessed.
Yes,
Glad to be here.
always blessed. We are
Yeah.
here at the Tin Ferl Popup Park. And this is a place you use a regular. Obviously, we set up here at Hamian.
Yeah.
We here every day, but I feel like I see you all the time. This has become like a stomping ground for a lot of creatives.
Yes, definitely following the route of the night market. Brought
Mm-hmm.
it out here and just continuing the vibes. Creative process.
How do you feel about the direction Bahamian creative culture moving? You know, because I feel like you've been involved in night market, you've been involved with the pop-up park.
Yeah.
What can we expect in the future from what you've seen so far, how the culture's moving?
Well, I would like to combine professionalism as well with social aspects. So that's kind of what we were doing with the night market.
Yeah.
Now is the age where a lot of the younger generation went off to school and are back.
Yeah.
Have the knowledge, have the talent, have the skill, creativity. It's time to unite and like make a super force of talent and just use each other as backboards.
Yeah. What do you think is the first step to start getting towards that, to having more collaboration? What do we do to get the ball rolling?
Well, make sure with what we do and however small we do it and execute it like to the best.
Yes.
And
With a level of excellence.
yes, excellence, standard, quality, vividness, aesthetic appeal,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, because we're talking a little bit about boxes and box breakers, what's your approach to breaking some of the boxes you face in life?
My approach is acknowledging that there is a box, but knowing that no matter how big or how small, you're always going to be able to break through it. Never limit yourself.
That confidence.
Yeah, you can move mountains. Like nothing is impossible through Christ. You know, all that good stuff.
True Christ, for
And
real.
yeah, just believing in yourself. You know, you grow up thinking like, or listening to all these, what are they called? Children's stories where it's like,
Yeah,
I know I can.
Yeah.
You self-motivate, but self-motivation is so important. And the young generation needs to know that you yourself is
Have the
where
capabilities.
Yeah, you can break any box and you can create your own. Yeah.
What's the biggest box you've broken?
The biggest box I've broken, it's not necessarily in the creative field, but
Yeah.
it's more like my spearfishing career /
Really?
Yeah.
You spearfish?
Yes, I do.
That's crazy because you did mention this to me the other day, and you were
Yeah.
saying something like 80 feet.
Yes, that's my max. That's what
That's
I've done.
crazy.
Yeah, but that was after a year of training, constantly doing it. But I was thrown in there with a bunch of guys, and they thought
Yeah.
I was already like able to do all their stuff. But I'm
Yeah.
there like, oh my god, what am I doing? But I had to feel confident in myself every day, push myself to my limits, holding my breath. And I got several pending world records
Really?
Yeah.
And what?
for fish. The fish.
What's the biggest fish you catch?
It was African pompano. It was about 54 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You brain it?
Yeah, headshot. You gotta stone
shoot.
it.
You guys play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But so talking about shooting, tell me about this camera work, man. When you get into photography.
Yeah, so real quick, I started when I was 15. It was just a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I have a beautiful twin sister, so I started to take pictures of her.
Yeah.
Then all my friends were like, yo, let me take, like, can you take pictures of me? And then people wanted to pay me for it at 15. And I was like, wait. You know, I'm doing all the schooling to go off to school and come back to make money, but I'm making money now. So at that age in high school, I started to like actually do a professional photography service. I started to build my brand, and not only that, but gain a lot of experience. So I've been working a lot of stuff in the media. I came and I was at every event capturing all the stuff. So that's how I also know a lot of people socially. But moving forward now as a career, really establishing myself as a professional photographer, it's been hard, but I was like, I'm never going to work for anybody else. I'm going to push myself to do this.
And you had some pretty big wins. I mean, obviously you've worked on a lot of large campaigns. And obviously the big thing that I took note of was doing photography for the Meek Mill music video and shoot here. What was that like?
Honestly, it was very sporadic, but it was very awesome to be a part of like a big production or I don't know. I've never really been like fame struck or whatever. So the whole experience was very natural as well, very chill.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the pressure was on. Like I remember the day we went out there, it was the day the first COVID-19 case was in the Bahamas.
Wow.
And we're like in the middle of the tracks with thousands of people. They're riding their bikes. And I had to jump on the back of a car and just I brought on my own light, and Meek Mill was like, oh, you got a light. So it was just like super hype. I went on there and did my thing, and they're like, yo, this is what it takes. What are you doing tomorrow? And then they call me back.
Oh, wow.
And then.
So it really was like a spontaneous, just like, yo, we want to back the next day.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they really like I can't curse, right?
Yeah, you can curse, yeah.
Well, they really fuck with me, and I was like, I guess they didn't expect people to be so down to earth, and I knew my craft. They saw that I was doing what I was doing, so it was a great experience. To this day, I still have connections with them. I look forward to collabing with them when they're back, and I'm sure to bring everyone on board.
Yeah, you can see what I'm
saying.
Yeah. So obviously you've had a long career already, you know, from starting this from 15.
Yes.
What would be your advice and recommendation to some of the younger creatives, especially in the field of photography and videography, in terms of how they can not just have this passion and hobby, but maybe build a career out of it as well?
Yes. So the first thing you have to make sure that you're truly passionate about. I've even questioned if this was my route, but if you really feel like this is the thing for you, then everyday practice on your friends, practice on different subjects. I've done all genres of photography. I've never said no to a job. I've never set limitations to my abilities. And through that, I've learned so much things. And just like believe in yourself and your craft, and be your own self-critic. Like I'm my worst self-critic. I know my vision. I know I want to create a certain type of work. And
Longest is taking you to edit a photo.
Wait.
Like the longest time period you worked on just editing one photo.
Oh, one of the Meek Mill shots actually took me like 3 days of constant.
Really?
Yeah. But that was like serious Photoshop where I had to like use like 4 pictures to make one picture and stuff.
Yeah.
But editing is also a big part of my life. I do like 2 weeks of shooting and then like a month of editing. It is deep.
Wow. And if you could have any photo shoot, no rules, full creative direction, what would you do? What type of shot? Right now.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have a concept. I would like to do a series on the Bahamian folklore here in the country. And I have a book with stories. I would like to make a whole series of these folklore stories of the Bahamian culture and create like portrait shots of the whole thing. I know it sounds weird for me to say it like that, but
like
that's what
Chicani folklore?
Yes, yeah.
Do you believe that exists?
I mean, obviously something existed. I don't know if it's exactly that, but something was going down if you know.
Yeah. And I can ask you one last question because I feel like you give a good answer. We asked a lot of people this on the IG Live.
Yeah.
What does Bahamian excellence mean to you?
Bahamian excellence to me means acknowledging like your birthright and also acknowledging that being a part of this community or just being Bahamian is such a special, destined thing. And you almost have like no other option but to be excellent in everything you do.
It's
Carry yourself.
It's
Pride.
by nature in the blueprint of you being Bahamian is you living up to that calling, and that natural calling is just Excellence.
Yeah.
Boom.
All that
Amen.
good stuff.
Sophia Taylor, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on to
my
the
pleasure,
podcast.
my pleasure. Yeah.
I appreciate it. We're going to keep the ball rolling and bring
Yeah.
right up on Young Mali. Thank you.
Woo.
What's good? We are here with Blackheart,
Yeah.
Suave, Young
Yeah.
Mali. What you saying, bro?
Everything good. What's poppin'?
Everything cool, bro. We here at the Tin Ferl Popup Park. We keeping it going. We behind the box, but today we inside the box, doing a one-on-one exclusive interview with Young Mali.
Yeah,
Let's get
no
straight
problem.
into it. Obviously, everybody been trapped in their house for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh, what things been like for COVID for you so far?
Well, I just been home.
Yeah.
Occasionally going to work. Making money, stocking up, saving. And writing a whole lot of music. I got a whole lot of unrecorded songs.
Yeah. Roughly, how much music you think you wrote over these past couple weeks?
Probably. I'd say a whole album's worth of songs. Yeah, for sure.
And is a lot of that stuff that's included on Blackheart? Is all of everything that got dropped on Blackheart?
No, just
pre-COVID?
a few. Like quarantine, I actually wrote that during quarantine.
During
that's
quarantine.
That's kind of why I
Yeah.
in quarantine. And then
Was it kind of like, all right, we have some time, you wrote the song, you fuck with it, and you was like, all right, we want to incorporate this into the album. You was like, that was a spontaneous decision
I was
almost?
like, actually, yeah, most of my songs really be spontaneous decisions. But when I actually wrote Quarantine and I listened to it, and I was like, hey, I should throw Angelo 316 on it. And then I posted a snippet, Casper DM me. Casper
Oh, so that wasn't even just
It
like
wasn't even planned.
he
Honestly,
just hit you up and was like, you want to do it?
honestly, like, I only want. It was originally supposed to be just me, but then I heard Angelo on it, and then Casper went off on it too. So like, I said, so that was we did it.
Yeah.
That's how you make music.
Yeah, and what is it like seeing more and more artists that have a similar style to you that you could collab with, like having a Casper, having a Angelo that y'all could work together on a song
I wouldn't
with?
really say we have similar styles, but we have like similar. We touch our music on similar topics occasionally.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of why we could blend together. That's why I don't really work with too much artists.
Yeah.
Because like I kind of like really deep in the music, and some artists ain't as deep. That's why I can't work with too many.
And what is the feeling like having completed Blackheart? Obviously, that's a project that you've been working on for a long
I
time.
get a phone call. I get answer this now. Or
No, we probably gotta finish.
all right then.
Yeah. What is it like having finished up
Black
this
Art?
album? Yeah.
Well, it's an awesome feeling, bro. I've been doing this since 017, and like it's 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
Finally put all the songs together, even though some songs I had to scrap out because they weren't ready. Some people like supposed to have on it.
Yeah.
I had to take the features off because stuff happened. But like to actually have a full album out, it's an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
I go get Black Art in everywhere.
If you had to
Everywhere.
say top 3 on the album, personally for you, just personally, if you had to pick your own personal top 3,
Top
and don't
three?
have to be the most popular, it could be that you personally, you're like, yeah, no, I put
Okay,
a lot
well,
into this, I enjoy it.
First of all, Even, because that one means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I actually legit pick up all the artists because Even, the choir on Even consists of artists, and I had to pick up them myself because no one was whipping at the time. Pick
Oh,
them
really?
up. Couple of people who could have drove to the studio, and like it was hard work. Scully said that was his hardest song to mix too, so that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Even, I'd have to say a year ago, because that's like me. Paying respects to my dad, uncle, and cool with it.
Yeah.
And after a year ago, it's probably Weakness, because that's just like the first song with no cursing. And even though it's the shortest, it's like the deepest. So, yeah.
That's interesting because I feel like a lot of people who listen to music, they'd be quick to throw out a loyalty facade.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see you as the artist really connect with some of the songs that have the most meaning behind them.
Yeah, Fox.
How much meaning and background do you put into your songs? How long does it take to put it together? Like, what is the
To write a
whole
song?
writing process like? Yeah, because you put a lot of deep personal stories into that experience.
To be honest, I just wrote a song in like under 3 hours, like 2 days ago, just because my boy played a beat and he was like, "Be write a song." So it's like that easy. That song what I just wrote, it named Goodbye. So when I dropped that, y'all check that out too.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't really take much for me because like my mind is constantly on stuff. I constantly thinking about different stuff. So it isn't. It's really easy to write a song for me. Like I said in Loyalty, I never run out of words to say. There's a lot on my mind, and I like to vent. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you get writer's block a lot, or is it where there's so much content that's connected
like-
to your music, it kind
I
of
wouldn't say writer's block, but I'd say like the opposite of writer's block because my mind is constantly racing. So it's like I have so much to talk about. I just don't know which one should I start talking about. You feel me? Yeah.
What do you think it would be like? Because obviously you're talking about experiences that happening in your life, right?
Yeah.
And you see a lot of times with artists who have progress. Like I look at the Migos. Like if you look at the progress of their music, they talking about different things as they expose themselves to different situations. Obviously, as they get a lot more like fame and money, the content changes. They have different experiences. Do you think your style and sound gonna stay the same forever, or do you see as you growing and developing, it may not be as much of a deep emotional thing, and it may be, who knows, more turn up music. It might be a completely different vibe. How do you see your artistry evolving?
Well, me as an artist, I feel as though like I say in all of my songs, like I am what you see, you know. So as you see me grow, become a more wealthy artist, become a more popular artist, become more known as my life starts to change, and so is my music. And I hope like my fans stay the same and keep up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And now that Black Art's done, what you focusing on now? Is it another album, or are you trying to keep promoting Black Art as much as possible and
Honestly,
maybe build some stuff out?
Honestly, I'm taking a really long break for music. About to find myself. And like when I come back, if I do decide to come back, I'll just say I'm coming back a totally different person. Yeah.
So then if we see a future project, it would probably look completely different.
Yeah,
from Black
completely
Art.
different. It's like probably if I drop a project, it'd probably be the opposite of Black Art, honestly. Yeah.
Because I'm curious if you say, because you told me the story behind Black Art. You was like, when you have art and it breaks and it comes back together and you rebuild it, then becomes a Black Art.
Yeah.
Anything, is there like another color you would go through, or is Black Art just
The final?
So are we gonna come back with
I
a
don't
white
think
art
so.
or something next?
I think, yeah, that sounds like that could be possible. White art.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
A good idea. We gotta see the white art, the follow up to Black Art. Well, wait, that's all. I'd say, last question. What's something about you as an artist and about your music that you think not a lot of people know that you would want to tell them?
Each and every one of my songs is based off a true story. So, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think I just be making them up.
Yeah.
But I won't say it's my story that is based off, but someone's story. It's someone's story I'm talking about in each one of my songs. So you could interpret it that any way you want to. You could say I'm talking about different people. I'm talking about people I see, people I hear. Someone tell me a story and I could put it in a song. But all my stories are true stories. So, yeah.
Real vibe. Where can the people find Black Art?
Everywhere. It's out everywhere. Every single platform. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere.
Real. Everywhere. Suave, Young Mali, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, you know Suave.
Yeah, bro, we got some big things coming up soon. Keep watching. Thank you so much for coming on Behind the Box. We're going to keep the ball rolling next with Pyro. Thank you, Young Mali.
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome back to Behind the Box. We here with a classic guest. He's been with us plenty times. The one and only Kompost King.
Yo.
The king of Kompost.
Yo.
And right behind us, we had a personal analyst, expert, intellectual. The one and only Nicholas Bauer. Crack. We have a bottle of Smirnoff, and we're gonna break the box by asking Kompost King some questions.
Hold on, before you ask me any questions, I think it's fair that all us take a round of shots from the bottle. I know it's not very COVID friendly, but like, we taking shots regardless.
I second that.
He seconds it.
Yeah, all right, baby.
If we get arrested, we get arrested though.
That'd be crazy, man.
Sure. Y'all ain't touch this, right? Oh, fuck. Crack. Face.
Sloppy gal. I'm a sloppy gal.
Okay.
All right.
Someone calling me still.
What's good?
All right, now that all that cleared up. All right, so Kompost King.
Yo.
We gonna get a little bit conceptual. Tell me a little bit about challenges in life. Where do they come from?
Challenges in life, and you mean in terms of compost or just in general?
In life, in general.
Distractions. That's a big challenge. Women, like. I mean, like COVID was a problem. No, shout out to all my women, but like y'all just so beautiful, intelligent, and like
But they a challenge.
captivating. But they a challenge to deal with, you know.
Why they a challenge? Tell us, enlighten us.
Cause like you know, I on my grind right now. I want to make the best compost there is. And like here's a beautiful soul who I just want to get to know. Like I enjoy their presence. I enjoy the energy they give me. They make me feel comfortable, you know? They make me feel very comfortable and sometimes, especially when you want to get your grind on, like when you want to move forward in life, you can't be comfortable because when you're comfortable, you become complacent. And when you're complacent, then you don't move forward. So like,
What did that have to do with gals though being a challenge?
that's a challenge in that I ain't gonna push myself if I have a gal, in the sense that
So how do you overcome that challenge, right? So like because complacency is a big thing, because I feel like that is a big
that is a
part of
big
this whole
challenge,
thing.
right?
How do you overcome complacency? Because it's very easy to be average. It's hard to be above average. How do you push above average?
One thing I will say is it's very good to have a great support system, an excellent support system. And on the side, I really want to thank you personally for being a big part of my support system, because like you'll see when I become complacent. There are things in life that as a person, as an individual, I would not see me becoming complacent. I won't see my pace slowing down. But as a friend, as a person who knows me externally, you know when I slow down. You know when I think I get tired. You know my limits. So a great support system is what helps me overcome this complacency. And it's also realizing within yourself, like, oh, yeah, this sounds good right now, but you could keep pushing. Like there's a silver lining in those clouds that you could reach, that you could strive for. That like you just gotta push. It may not. You don't have to do it right now. That's what you'll tell yourself, because you already feel like very good about the progress you made. But no, there's always progress to be made. Like there's a lot of things that you could strive for. There's a lot of things that you could shoot for. That you wouldn't even think in your mind. Like I started seeing compost visions in my dreams.
Like, talk to me about these visions. You say you're having compost visions in your dream. This you out in the garden? This you in the dirt?
This
It's
me
just-
I'll be having a dream.
How many hours a day do you think about compost?
Like 23, boy.
23 hours.
23 hours a day.
What you
but
doing for the next hour? Golly.
I think about like, I know, but sometimes it's thinking about galleys, thinking about food. I know.
But at 23 hours, the rest of that time is just compost.
Yeah, no cap. Like,
What aspect of it, babe?
like I think about.
That mean that right now you either on your off time or you thinking about it as we speak?
You would really know the answer to that question.
yeah, I'm curious.
Right now, like I was talking to Gio about composting, like, and I thinking about the type of leaves that it's break down. I thinking about how wine is breaking the compost. I wonder if we could compost Smirnoff. Like, everything I see, even the clothes we wear. Like, you remember, the people wouldn't notice, but we went to Cali Loa in Boca.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know that bamboo shirt you have, right?
Yeah.
That could compost. Like you could make a nice soil base with old clothing. Like, so I constantly look at everything around me and I think about how I could introduce it into this cycle. Is it beneficial? How is it beneficial? Like when I have dreams, there's a version of me that acts out, but in my subconscious of that person in that dream, I think about methods of composting. I think about what's going on in that dream. Like last night, everybody who doesn't know, we have a friend named Lex.
Yeah.
He's on Cabbage Beach, filming stuff with Nick, and I was like, oh, seashells could compost, type of thing. Like that's how constant it is.
If you could compost one strange object, what would it be?
You know what I'm about to say? Bodies.
What?
See,
All right.
I have to explain it properly.
We have evidence now.
Y'all have perfect evidence, but no, like, if you look at great, huh? You can blur me if you need to.
Yeah. We can put the anonymous mask over you and put the deep voice. Yeah.
I ain't talking about like people who was alive. I talking about like replacing the whole funeral system. Cause like when you look at graveyards and funerals, they were made in a time for profit. They were made during the Second World War when people wanted to see their relatives' bodies. So You pump them full of preservatives like formaldehyde, etc., etc. Then you get a wooden box with gold-plated metal, and then you gotta line your grave with concrete and rebar. Then you gotta find dirt to fill that. That's so intensive when our bodies are natural carbon bodies that are meant to decompose and to add life to the soil, you know? So I think funerals or cemeteries rather have been like done completely wrong. Like it's a very important part of our modern society and our culture to have like extravagant funerals, but you could still do all of that in a more natural, organic process, returning that energy to the land, returning that material, so we could have a more sustainable, regenerative society. Like, yeah, your great daddy in this box, or no, your great how many greats, whatever, daddy is a tree, is a mango tree that you eat from, like.
So he still feeds you.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's still providing for many generations that he never even knew about.
Yeah, that's solid.
So like when I say when compost bodies, I ain't trying to go cut down people in the street,
You sure?
Yeah.
We hope so.
You ain't sound too convinced, but
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you never mind.
All right, yeah, we I think that's enough of the body composting.
Yeah.
But we understand, you change the way that you respect and bury the dead, and you allow them to be a part of nature, and you build that ecosystem around that. So let's switch it. Obviously, we in this box. What's your thoughts on the artwork so far and how it's come along?
I love the flow of the artwork, and I love the time it takes. There's the process, because I was with you one day.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was with Ben one day as he cut and collage this box, and it's a very intense progress. It's a very mindful progress, like not in the sense that you need a lot of focus, but every piece that you pick up on this box is like specific, You want to place them specifically. It's almost like building Legos but with pictures, Like you want that flow.
Do you have a favorite photo?
I think I do. Give me a moment.
Yeah, tries to figure out what his favorite photo is.
But I saw it and it spoke to me. Like, if you come in this box and you give yourself 2 to 3 minutes, it will speak to you, and that's what you have to let art do, speak to you. So just give me like 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah. Well, you give me 20 seconds. For y'all who don't know, we have this box. About a week ago it was black. Now we have some prints. We got some Monet, some Picasso. We have some Emilio Pucci. We have some artwork from England. We got some flowers. So we gonna have some Hamian photos too soon.
Bet. So I'd say I wouldn't have one favorite photo, but I have a favorite side of the box.
Okay,
and it's honestly, it's a side you're behind. Like this collage of flowers and interior and exterior scapes.
Yes.
I always look at plans and buildings and architecture, and I think that's like a very like constant but also passive art. Like plants come and go, buildings come and go, and those styles change over time. And to see how man builds a permanent structure that will degrade slowly, and how the plants interact with it is beautiful. And the way you have the flow of the exterior to the interior to the colorful to the
abstract.
To the abstract.
Yes.
It's a very I don't know. It talks to me. It's
Yeah.
Even how I know they can't see it, but even your shirt and your scarf, they both plants, and they both flow. In my opinion,
they connect. So last question.
No, man.
Would you rather stop composting or take 2 shots?
Might as well tell him just take
He's
the king.
Hey, this
Listen
the
to
king.
me. Right now, I may not have the most compost, but I know I have the best compost.
All right, let them know.
And if you want to compost with me, 455-6858. Straight links.
Kompost King, thank you for tuning in.
2 shots. You taking 2 shots too?
No, we closing out the scene.
Y'all good?
I enjoyed. Nah, it's straight. We gonna close it out on
So wait,
E2.
I gotta take an
Oh,
extra?
you have some.
You gotta take them.
There's some cups.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Thank
got,
you.
we got, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
sorry
yeah.
for being a little ratchet, but like now we getting cups.
Respect,
Thank you.
respect. Ain't like this going
Yeah,
anywhere,
man.
you know?
No, that's good. That's good in places because I got people hitting me up saying, "Oh, you was on that podcast? That's you? You was the Kompost King?" And I'm like,
Niggas knowing the
Maybe.
name.
like honestly, I hate the name Kompost King because I feel like it's too conceited. But if that's what the people want to call me, then that's what they call me.
Right.
Real life. We breaking boxes. Behind the box. Cheers to Kompost
Cheers.
King. We at the Tin Ferl Popup Park.
Tin
We'll be
Ferl.
right back. Solid set.
Y'all good?
Yeah, we'll take one. Welcome back to Behind the Box, a limited, exclusive, one-of-a-kind series collaborated throughout the network of the Original People Network and Hamian Official. We back here at the Tin Ferl Popup Park to wrap up our podcast, the last segment with a couple of guests. And to start of the segment, we have the one and only Jordan Conk Issacs from OEU. What you saying, bro?
Hey, no, boy, how you doing?
Boy, I doing good, boy, doing good. How's the vibes today?
Man, vibes are nice, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and cloudy outside. No, you know when it's not too hot. It's just that the air just got enough moisture in it, so your skin
Yes.
feel good. Man, it's a great day.
Yeah, especially because I feel like in the Bahamas, sometimes you get hit with too much humidity, too much sun. But when you get like that cool, when you get like the cool zone, things is perfect.
Legendary, especially
Yes.
on a summer day. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
it's a rare thing, yeah. Wait, so I really just want to continue the conversation we just had, which was a little bit about how creativity in the Bahamas has evolved a little bit. Where 5 years from now, things like this were not existing whatsoever. And probably a year from now, we may have many creative avenues and creative things going on just because it's been cultivated for so long, bro.
It's getting momentum. First off, people are taking creatives more seriously, because when we were younger, you hear a local artist, you'd be like, once he wasn't from abroad, you're like, you probably didn't pay him any mind, he's probably trash. But nowadays, you realize we actually have the talent. Equipment is now more available. Look at the quality gear you got here.
Yeah, I mean, we sitting with Mike, you know?
Double mics.
But like, I remember 5 years ago, the example was like still ZNS, you know? Niggas was like, the fact, if someone saw this, they'd be like, wait, it's a high-end production y'all got going on.
So this is just like a standard now. Like like the standard has moved up. The equipment is cheaper, so the audio is improved, video is improved.
Yeah.
So just a higher quality product is more available to
just all around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so with that increase in availability means more people who actually had the talent, who just needed that little boost or that little equipment to do what they have to do, can now do it. And so now we're hearing artists and be like, oh man, he dope. He from foreign, and you listen, and then you hear like, boy, or you hear like another mannerism.
You hear someone reference one street corner.
Yeah, but
in that song, and you just know like, hold on, this person actually from the Bahamas.
Yeah, but it just throw you off too. You be like, hold up. The first time it happens anyway, you be dead shook. You're like, oh, we got some talent here. Yeah, boy, I love it.
And it's also crazy too to also see, and this is I feel like a underrated aspect, which is Bahamians abroad as well. Because there's some people who ain't even in the local scene.
Yeah, boy.
They may be in the US, they may be in Canada making music, and they making
some
good
tunes.
music. Yeah.
This is a buddy named Bay Santana.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So you know Bay Santana, right?
Yes.
So
really, you in primary school?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That's dope. Because he's in set with X. And
that's what someone talking
so
about.
you remember the song "Make 'Em Run"? Mm-hmm. So he produced the beat with another guy who's from the Bahamas 88 times. He used to be called Hayes. Yeah. So then that just went gold. So they got their plaques. They showed the picture with them with their plaques.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but and then what's her name? Who won the songwriting competition? Tebby.
Tebby. Yeah.
So those people are doing things. I just realized there's an artist named Dax. He's like a big YouTube rapper, right?
Yeah.
And his manager is Bahamian. It's crazy.
It's crazy the pockets of Bahamians just in their own lane, but doing some really solid things, you know?
Exactly.
I guess the trick now is just bringing them together a little bit more, letting them mesh.
Yeah.
Because
unfortunately,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, we're at that part. We're still kind of there where that you have to go abroad, make a name for yourself, then come back, and people will take you serious. Like we got a couple guys locally who were like, we know are really good artists, but then people still won't fully take them seriously until they do something abroad.
How do you think you can generate respect and reputation for yourself locally?
You just keep putting out quality material. That's all it is. At the end of the day, as long as nobody can say you didn't put out, like as long as that song isn't trash. If someone say your song trash, then you ain't no hope. But once you have a powerful product, it will take you anywhere. But it's just that's how you gather respect. And you know, Bahamians like get off songs.
Which is okay, and I think that's crazy because ain't nothing wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
But you could tell us as a culture, the things we talk about it's jokey things, you know. So if a jokey song drop, it'd be like, "Bye, you hear that song?"
Think about it. Pod night.
Yeah.
How it go, bro?
Yeah.
242 is like a big Nassau animal or whatever, but you know deep down that's a get off track too. From Daddy
You
Ways.
can't muggle like me. Like all these tunes was anthems.
Yeah.
They was get off anthems at the same time, you know? Yeah.
Like nowadays, like we're starting to get one or two tracks that are like not really get off tracks, and like people are still messing with them. Like Leon's On My Mind.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
Gutter Boy, Street Nigga.
Yeah.
Crap. There's another boy, Davia. Lil Davia.
Oh yeah, Lil Davia. Yes.
She popping off too.
Bounce to the left.
Bounce to the. Yeah, wait. That's like look. So there are people who.
I know that. I bring it up because I saw on the podcast the video. They all bouncing up yourselves. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's now songs that people are like, okay, cool. You know, they doing their thing, but like. It's still got a ways to go, but as long as we keep the band and creatives are applying that pressure, like people are starting to take notice.
Yeah.
And you notice pocket of events are happening, sound waves.
Yeah, sound waves going
Weed
on.
Wave.
You have things like even just Pop-Up Park is new, only 8 weeks old, you know?
Exactly.
So
and
these are all things in the infancy, you know? There's not even been Sound Waves isn't even 2-3 years old. Like it's
not
like,
even 2 years old yet.
Yeah, it's just in its beginning, so there's so much potential for it to grow.
Yeah, and that's another avenue local artists can like branch out and show a whole different set of fan bases or reach out to new fan bases. And so it's just because you only need a spark, dog. You only need one person to go to the next person and be like, yo, check out this person. Especially if you inspire someone to spread your music and it reached 5 people, that's 5 new fans. You know, and you just got to keep doing that over and over again, and then it kind of works out exponentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit. So we in the Hamian box, how you feel being in this space? You saw this space a week ago. We added a little bit more. How does it feel?
Right now, the paint feeling's still getting to me a little bit. You see?
Yeah.
But, no, but I love it because, like I said, when we were talking earlier, you know, just seeing the progress of it is cool. And you know, everybody's like, this caught my eye because this wasn't here last week.
Yeah, I know. No, we didn't have the paneling. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, and seeing like each side almost feels like has a theme to it. And we were talking like the mountain here, abstract here, the flowers here. It's just this is so cool. Like I really can't wait to see
finished.
Yeah, boy, the finished project.
And it's crazy because I feel like as the box develops, so do my own ideas, and so do other people's ideas, because it's like people come in, they get sparked with creativity of like what it could be in the future, how it could look like. Oh, you should add LED strip lights, or you know, like add a mirror. You know,
if you get the strip lights though, that'd be lit, especially the ones you can control with the remote.
Yeah,
so you can control the vibe a little bit.
You put them in a beam, and that'd be
yes,
crazy. Yeah. And I know OEU's been doing a lot of work. I've been hearing about they all working to get your own creative space. How's that been going, and how have you kind of adopted OEU's focus post-COVID to stay effective?
Well, you know, we had to follow all the rules and regulations, so we weren't actually open properly for the last 2 months.
Yes.
So we're starting to finally get back into the swing of things, but we're not like open to the public. Everybody's just been working on like personal projects. So like Scully mixes stuff for several artists such as Leon.
Even Young Mally, he was on the show earlier. Yeah.
Oh, Mally was here earlier?
Yeah, he was earlier. Yeah,
boy, Blackheart boy.
Yeah, Blackheart gang. Yeah.
Yes, way, let him know. So, like, you know, Kevin or K Wright, he's been working with another brethren of ours, Desmond. They made this collective, this group called K&D Productions.
Okay.
And so they've been working on beats, things like that. Saint Dior and me, we've been working on our projects. So it's like, so, you know, I'm super excited how things are going. It's like, you know, when if you've been injured or you've been away on a break and you just, especially as an athlete, right? You know, you have to warm up, get the muscles back into the. So that's us. We're just getting our muscles stretched out again and trying to really do our thing later on in the year. But it's just like feeling ourselves and doing some groundwork right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do artists, if they're interested, or creatives in general, get involved with OEU?
Just hit us up. So right now we're still focused mostly on the music. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's our whole core mission. But then we also get into like video and stuff. So that's when we do the Heyman Kid, you know.
Yeah, set up that collaboration.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, it's just, we're taking everything one day at a time. I'm trying not to rush the process.
Yeah, you got to take time with it. It takes patient growth. You know?
Yeah, boy. And just making sure you have, like, this is the creative part is, you know, the best part, of course. But then you got to start worrying about like the paperwork and how you get certain legal shit out of there as well.
Yeah.
So like you got to make sure that people are protecting their works. Like you see how you have all these cool things going, you got to make sure you protect that. Yeah. And, you know, so it's one of those things that we're also working on as well.
For sure.
Yeah, the boring shit.
Yeah. But the necessary things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because even though you don't do it, like, if you don't do it, that's how things get sniped out.
Oh my God. And you'd be surprised how people are always looking, even though like we might not feel like we're on anybody's radar.
People watching.
Oh yeah, and the internet is a thing. So you know, you just take one quick search and you just hit a keyword that you might be associated. Like say they looking at your flowers. This is like your picture or whatever, and they just type in flowers and then your picture show up. You gotta make sure your shit protected. Somebody might try to take it.
For sure. Well, baby, I guess we'll close out with this.
Yeah.
What is your recommendation on how to break the box?
How to break the box? Is the only way to break out of the box is to really look within yourself first. You gotta see what is true to you. Like a lot of artists, when you see them break the box, you're thinking, oh my God, this is so extraordinary that they've managed to come up with this new idea. But if you ask them what they did, they're just like, man, I was just doing what I felt was right every day, and then it just happened. A lot of people don't realize they made a breakthrough until they look back maybe months later and be like, oh wow, that was a big deal. So you gotta look within yourself and figure out what is important to you, and then it kind of just happens naturally.
Real vibe. I agree. It's all about seeing the potential for space to become more space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the inner space just gotta expand past the barrier to get to the more space.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
It's like, because at the end of the day, think of it this way: a bullet will penetrate better than a rubber ball, right? So if you concentrate your thought and concentrate what you want to do, you will break through way easier than a nail in a board. A small nail will pierce better than a broad nail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Focus. Yeah. Precision.
Exactly. That's how you break through.
Precision.
Exactly.
Tom, thank you for coming on.
Thank you
and
for
Prince
inviting
gonna
me.
be done next week. Yeah, we got
so
Prince.
excited.
Yeah, they
Dog.
dope. I've seen a sample of them. They should look nice.
Dog, I can't wait for you.
Bro.
You know I've been geeking for them for a while.
Yeah. Respect, man. But if anyone watching, we right here at the Tin Ferl Popup Park. If you want to get some Hamian merch, if you want to check us out, 2 to 5, Monday through Saturday, we here every day.
Goddamn.
Thank you. Come on.
Thank you.
Respect. Thank you for coming on the show.
Have a beautiful
We're
one.
going to keep the ball rolling. Bring on India right now. Thank you.
My old bones. Sorry.
We back. I'm with India. What you saying?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's your day going so far today?
It's been chill. We've seen a lot of people pass through. It's been really busy today. It's been a good day overall. A bit rainy, but
Yeah. For anyone who's watching, we at the Tin Ferl Popup Park. We here Monday through Saturday, 2 to 5. But today, on Saturdays, it's popping a little bit. And here we have the Behind the Box podcast. So we got plenty of people behind the camera chilling, as well as us in front of the box chilling. So I want to take some time to talk a little bit about creativity, culture, as well as the box, which is, I guess, just the challenges that exist in life. So I want to start off with asking you, how have you broken the box before in your life?
I feel like, well, I'm an acting student currently, and
Trying to be on Broadway.
We'll see about that. But I mean, I always talk. Definitely not.
Netflix?
I don't think Nickelodeon would love me too much. I'm a little bit too edgy for Nickelodeon.
I know, but Nickelodeon a little edgy too, no.
Oh, right. I don't know if I'm the best child role model, but obviously I study acting. That's my degree. And I always talk about how most schools here, especially, we went to QC, and they always...
Y'all have to call names, yeah. So, we went to some schools,
Some schools, no names called, they prefer to groom you to be, architects or doctors or some type of, push you towards the traditional paths and, what they see as success and careers that ideally make more money, quote unquote. So I was heavily on that path. I took all the sciences in high school, was totally on that path to be in
BJC,
pre-med.
BGCSE.
We did SAT 2 bio for what? And then literally in my grade 12 year, I was like, what are I going to study some scientific thing for? I love acting, I love art. So literally last minute, quote unquote, broke the box and just completely switched paths and went straight to the arts and leaning into more untraditional paths, despite my father's and everyone else's advice.
Yeah. What was it like for you personally when you made that commitment and decision to do what you want to do?
I feel like it felt really natural to me because I'm kind of the person that always believes that life will work itself out no matter what path you take. You're always where you're supposed to be. So it was a bit scary because I was always like, oh, well, how am I supposed to make money? Or how what if this doesn't happen? Or what if this doesn't align? And, people kind of train you with that mindset from young. It's just like, oh, well, have a fallback. I feel like that's a very popular theme with people who go into the arts.
They want you to have
here.
some type of plan B option.
Plan B, or make your dream your plan B.
Yeah.
And have a foundation of wealth or a foundation of some type of practical job.
Do you think that's bad advice, or is that just maybe not always the most appropriate advice? Is it straight bad, or is it maybe in between?
I don't think it's straight bad because obviously we need people to be leaders and we need people to be doctors and we need people to have those more practical backgrounds, but I just feel that not everybody can be that. So I think fostering diversity in choices of degrees is definitely a positive thing. And, with diversity, you need both the practical degrees and the more artistic and liberal ones. You need a gradient of different areas, especially, the Bahamas, I don't feel is a very diverse place in terms of education. We have a very limited amount of what degrees exist amongst Bahamians. And I think if we were to foster that diversity, we would just have more, we could build a more diverse community and have more opportunities for people to work in different areas and create jobs in different fields and industries.
I think overcoming some of the difficulties requires asking the question of who can you be, but before you have to ask who could you be, you have to know who you are. So self-awareness is a big thing. It takes the awareness to know what you like and don't like to pave your path. How does someone improve their self-awareness?
Oh, this is a bit of a hard one because I feel that life kind of shows you who you are as you develop. And I was just talking about this the other day. I don't know how much I agree with going to university right out of high school because I feel like most high school students don't really know themselves yet. I mean, we all feel like we know ourselves. I feel like I know who I am, and but I feel like as we evolve, we do get to know ourselves more just through our experiences and through interacting with others and through just widening your horizons and your experiences. You learn different things from more people that you meet. So I think the best thing about self-awareness is just experiencing different things and keeping an open mind to different experiences and not just following one path because that's all you've known or because that's what, you know, your parents told you or something like that. So I think self-awareness is about trusting your experiences and letting your experiences shape you as an individual, as a whole picture, and not just select experiences.
And how do people take the step to switch from being a product of their environment to like a master of their environment, to really like control and destine their future?
Well, I think it goes back to that whole just getting out of your comfort zone, saying yes to things that you wouldn't normally say yes to, as long as it's positive and as long as it's something that can have an impact on your growth. I think that we should be more open to saying, oh, okay, well, I'm not a poetry person, but I'm gonna go to this poetry event because who knows what that can teach me. And I think just stop defining who you are before you really know who you are. Because I feel like we rush so much to be like, I am this, or I align with this and only this, and then you don't ever explore. So I think we shut ourselves off because we try to self-identify or be self-aware before we've even given the chance to be open and to explore different things and then put together our plate of what we've experienced in life. We kind of come with a plate, and it's like, you don't add your sides the way that you could.
Yeah. I guess I'll close off with this question. I think a big thing recently is rediscovering culture, especially for the Black and minority communities.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much cultural brainwashing and like colonialism which is taking place. So embracing like the excellence within Black culture is important. What does Bahamian excellence mean to you personally, to close off?
I think Bahamian excellence to me is just recognizing that we have a multitude of talents in this country, and back to the whole like the limited amount of different like respectable careers. I think that's a big part of like doing away with that is a big part of the future of Bahamian excellence. I think that we need to learn how to embrace all forms of what excellence is and stop defining excellence as a certain bank account, a certain like wage or a certain
class.
A certain class, exactly.
Yeah.
Or so I think that's what Bahamian excellence is to me. It's about like embracing all the little types of excellence that we have and fostering the future artists and the future different revolutionaries and not just limiting it to what exists today.
Profound, powerful. India, thank you so much for coming on Behind the Box,
having me.
sharing that insight. Thank you. And
What's good, everybody? My name is Geovanni Robinson. I'm a performer, and I'm going to perform the Wave to you guys just to close out for today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's from my record Sunday, out everywhere right now. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Roll up, hold up, all my niggas represent. I'm generation where we on to the next. And I'm into the baddies, but I must give respect. We on a new level and we into new checks. Switch my paradigms coming in like new threats. I said, do you? I be in my own head. Baby, last time you said I was this wavy, I was hitting from the back, so I know you talking crazy. Stop, I guess I'm enough. I'm thinking out loud. But when you with herb, you lose your nerves and just fly away. Yeah, you can't be hating, I'm just this way. Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Yeah. Choose, motherfucker, choose. I'm from the suburbs, fuck your feelings, we got all the rules. I'm using liquor just to get off what I'm about to do. Fuck society, I be doing what I do. Fuck the bigger man, always one bigger than you. Bitches for the streets, that's what Twitter will do. I'm forever young, can you even come through? Bring a friend to support if you got to. Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today?
Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Are you gonna ride the wave? Or are you gonna drown today? Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
I couldn't lie, I betray what I've been holding in. The kids need a place for the safety. I made a wave, everybody think it's